We are now on the we are now on the 11th episode of the IndieGold podcast, hosted by Mr. B and Fat Caesar. And Fat Caesar right now is kind of under the weather, so he'll be in the podcast. Well, oh shit, fuck up. Welcome to the 11th episode of the IndieGold podcast, hosted by Mr. B and Fat Caesar. And today's guest is going to be Cat. Oh my god, why am I fucking up again? All right,
It's okay.
it happens all the time. So.
You a professional.
Yeah, I know. All right. Welcome to the 11th episode of the IndieGold podcast, hosted by Mr. B and Fat Caesar. And today's guest is Cash Stackson. And Fat Caesar's a little bit under the weather today. And, he might end up being in the episode. He might not. But you know what? We got a whole dope episode planned out for you. And you know what, man? We got a dope, energetic, very intelligent individual. It's gonna be, very. It's gonna be like, bouncing off a bunch of these topics that we got planned for y'all. So you know what? Get in tune with episode 11 of the IndieGold podcast. We are now on the 11th episode of the IndieGold podcast, and I want to introduce New Jersey rapper Cash Stackson.
Thank you, man. IndieGold podcast. I thank you for the opportunity. Jersey in the building.
Yeah, man. Yo, man, like, on some real shit, man, we did the For Love and Hip Hop showcase a couple weeks back.
Shout out to Cosign.
Yo, this nigga's energy. Yo, y'all think Designer's energy is fucking crazy, man? This man jumped on tables, man. He tried to walk on air. This shit was crazy as hell, man. I was like talking to Niz the whole time, like, yo, I'm scared of how this performance is gonna turn out. Somebody might die. He might walk. He might walk on your head. Like, he might do something. But man,
I can say I'm possessed by good angels, and when I tap into performing, I get very spiritual. Cause if you're not into this music and you're not trying to embody everything in all different type of cultures and give them a force fill of good, vibrant energy, then I don't believe you should be doing it, because you should be here to impact the world and impact people in a positive nature and change the world.
Yo, what also gets me, man, is that you are a very positive individual. You always have like a positive outlook on many different walks of life. And I want to know, like, was there ever a point in your life that you ever was a negative person?
I mean, I was born in Jersey City, New Jersey. You know what I mean? I got kicked out of elementary schools at the age of 8. Not due to my intelligence, but due to behavior problems. I moved to Massachusetts, Springfield, Mass. Shout out to the 413. I went there and furthered my education to about 10th grade, moved back to Jersey, and got into regular teen issues and things. So I've done things negative, but being honestly, I haven't done things that I regret since I was a kid. And that's things I think I can live with. When maybe I say I didn't do it right, but I don't regret things, because from an early age, it was installed in me that you get in what you put out of life. And I think a lot of people forgot about that.
True. Well, yeah, man. So, we're going to get into this episode. We got y'all, giving y'all a little taste of what Cash Stackson is all about. And we're going to get into this episode. Hopefully, the homie Fat C's is going to get into this episode. But he's, like I said, he's a little bit under the weather. Like I said, we all got to take care of ourselves. So, that's number one thing. So, we're going to get into this Troy Ave versus Joey Badass beef.
Wow, you just gonna come off the back like that, huh?
I was gonna be real with everybody, man. I'm just gonna say this.
Okay. Whenever you ready, I'm ready.
Look, Joey Badass started it, yo. He started it. He dropped this track. I think it's fucking called Ready. It's produced by Static Selector, and he said a ball about Troy Ave, saying about one of the members from Pro Era, Kirk Knight, sold more records than Troy Ave. Now the thing I commend about Troy Ave is he ain't take that shit to Twitter. He went straight to the studio, recorded a response record. Now it ain't all that, but I'm just saying I commend him for keeping a tradition that has been like forbidden for such a long time for
Yeah,
motherfuckers like to go to Twitter and air out their feelings.
yeah. I
So I'll give him that.
personally, I like to first start off by saying congratulations to both of them. You know what I mean? Just to be a minority and to be in a spotlight and have a shine for doing something positive, I commend both those guys. Because whether good or bad, it's publicity for both of them. So that's a great marketing strategy. Secondly, I would like to say that competition is always great. I mean, if you start when hip hop was at its rawest form, whether it was Melly Mel or whether it was KRS-One, or to update it to a Jay-Z and Nas or 50 Cent a Game, you know, as long as nobody's getting hurt, and I think it's in a controlled environment and it stays on music, I don't have any problem with battling or that type of this type rap. But as long as it stays into the music realm and no one loses our lives, because at the end of the day, I don't think any of us ever had the dream to go through what we went through to get to the stage of the level of success just to go back to having to look over our shoulders or carry a gun or do the things we used to do in the prior life when we're trying to afford a better life for those around us. Hello? Hello? Anything else?
So sorry about that. Yeah, yeah, my shit disconnected.
Oh,
Like,
I was scared. I thought it was me, but everything happened for a reason.
oh man, like, did you continue and everything like that?
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I was still going. I didn't even know that you.
Yeah, yeah, man. But when it comes to the whole thing that's going on with Troy Ave and Joey Badass, it's just like this, man. I feel as if he didn't have to mention Capital Steez committing suicide. That's just fucked up at the end of the day. I know there's no rules in beef, but you don't mention shit like that when that's a family got to deal with the fact that their loved one is gone for reasons unknown. Like I said, I don't know how. No one knows how Capital Steez died. They say it's suicide, but I'm not sure about that. But at the end of the day, it's just like this, man. I feel like Troy Ave needs to understand, like, not everybody is a hood nigga, and you need to stop shitting on people that are not hood and stop shitting on black intelligence. That's one of my biggest issues with Troy Ave. Everybody a weirdo when they fucking talking about backpacker shit and all types of other shit. I'm
Well,
just
not to single out Troy Ave, but I guess I would count as the weirdo group because I'm different. You know what I mean? Whenever you're an individual in society today, you're an outcast. You know what I mean? And you know how I am, see? I am what you get. Yeah, my people right there in the struggle. I'm right there with them. But just because we articulate things differently, or my likes or my flaws is different, that doesn't give me any right to down anybody. And especially, we should not be focusing our attention on downing each other when there's bigger topics. I mean, the things that they doing overseas, foreign and domestic, is crazy, but we'd rather attack each other characters or talk about what I don't have. Suicide rates are alarmingly growing in the African American community, and nobody's talking about that.
That is true. That is most definitely true, man. And like I said, like I don't like the fact that Troy Ave is just like shitting on people who commit suicide because he feels like since he a hood nigga, he like he better than everybody. I'm just like, to me, I just feel like this motherfucker needs to just fucking not talk about certain things that he has no understanding of. And that's my stance on it. I was gonna just try to destroy him, but then I realized some things. I'm just saying, like, I like this career from Bricks in My Backpack 3 all the way up into New York City, the album. And then after a while, the mediocrity started to show. And now I started realizing this nigga is mad fucking delusional. This man thinks that Major Way Out of Deal was album of the year. And honestly, I could just say, like, that's way not true. And I feel like it's one of his worst albums. It sold like it was his worst album. Only sold 1,000, 2,000 copies. And that's how I feel, man. I just feel
I,
like,
I
what,
mean, me honestly, I would for for him to sell 1,000, yo, he should be grateful. You know what I mean? We get so caught up in the numbers. You got to think, yo. Just for him to be on that platform, I think he should be grateful. And that might not even be the true figures, but you know, even if they was, man, just for you to be in that position, yo, you got to be grateful. You know,
cash, cash.
shout out to everybody.
Cash, that's not how it works in this game. Like for him, like I said, the thing about it is he likes to brag too much. He likes to like make people feel like shit. Like at the double XL freshman shoot, you ever heard Chance the Rapper, right?
Yes.
This is what he did. Supposedly, Chance was like, went up to him and said, what's up? And then of course, Troy's with his boys, Hovain, whatever the fuck the rest of these niggas are. And he was like, oh, look, yo, it's a drug addict I was talking to you about. And that's how he talks to people. Like, to me, I feel like he's a fucking asshole. Like, for no entire reason. And I feel like, you know what? Sometimes this shit is just karma for him. Cause he just, like, he treats people who rap about certain subjects like shit, and he's just mad because he's not getting the love that he thinks that he deserves. Like, to me, he's a 50 Cent clone. So it is what it is on that. But I'm gonna get off this whole Troy Ave Joey Badass situation. Go on to some good news. The homie, well, not my homie, but one of my favorite rappers from my favorite groups of all time that'll never get back together. Fonte's dropping a new album called what is this shit called? No news is good news.
I think that's gonna be dope. Like listening to the style and the topics that he discussed. He's a very, very well-rounded MC. He's a true MC musician.
Yeah, what people don't know about it is he's one of the actual people that actually taught Drake how to write rhymes.
Mm.
So, like the last album was called Charity Starts at Home. That was his debut solo record. And that album was a classic, man. It was a straight up grown man record. It was dope. But now I'm really looking forward to this one because I hope that Knife Wonder got some production credit on this project. So that's gonna be the next fucking thing. Now I'm just gonna be so anticipating. So yeah, man.
Yeah.
No
Shout
new.
out to the whole movement over there, cause I mean, his videos is crazy and his music is great. I mean, like it's times to party, but when somebody is well rounded and you know they fight the good fight is crazy. Like his video, Good Fight, and the other one, Life for Kings.
Yeah,
Those are I like. You know what I mean? That's great. If you just watch that and really listen and just it's great. And shout out to him again. Shout out to the homie Fonte. That I'm thinking that's dope. I would not mind purchasing that. I'm an artist
word.
that purchases other artists' music because we
Yeah,
support each other.
yeah, exactly. Now, have you ever listened to Little Brother records though? Like before he became a solo artist, he was a part of a group called Little Brother, along with rapper Big Pooh and Knife Wonder.
No, I will not lie to you. I'm not gonna lie to you. I did not hear his stuff when he did that. I might have to go do some research after.
Yo, you're gonna have to listen to the listening, but most definitely listen to the Minstrel Show album. That's the album. That's the classic album that everybody talks about, and that's the one that you gotta start from, and then you start realizing like the chemistry dying from the next two albums that they followed up with the Get Back and whatever the hell I forgot what the third one was, and that's when they fell off and they didn't want to do records together. So the Minstrel Show and the Listening, gotta check that shit out, man. Uh, Kendrick Lamar dropped a surprise album called Untitled Unmastered. I got a chance to listen to it, of course. You know, I like it. You know, a lot of people not feeling it, you know, but they listen to Future.
Wow. You know what I mean? I'm honestly Kendrick Lamar. At first, I just heard a couple of his, popular tracks and stuff. The Please Don't Kill My Vibe. I wasn't, but when I see him doing the righteous and the stuff that we need to be heard, the let my people go type stuff, and I see the way he's doing it and displaying it, and he's not doing it because it's politically correct. He's not doing it to sell albums. He's being himself, and it's just so great to see his career blossoming and the way that he's trying to put on for his community and show them that, like, this is us, but still respect us. And we are smart. We are intelligent. We do create. We are the inventors of this country.
Yes. And the thing about it is just like a lot of people just not fucking with it. Think it's too weird. Think it's too preachy. And I'm just like, yo, the oversaturation of Future clones and shit like that. Why the fuck are we even giving a damn about if music sounds preachy after a while? This is probably the reason why. Because I feel like this. If you don't like Kendrick Lamar's music, don't attempt to try to like it. Like, if you think that's his music is a bit too preachy, it's a bit too conscious, and all you like to listen to is Migos and Future, I have no problem with that. I listen to Migos and Future, but if you like that, the more when you like listening to that, then I don't want to hear your opinion when it comes down to Lamar's music. I just don't. So it's just like a lot of these. I think the whole overrated, underrated shit kind of kills music for me. Like it just really does, because people are saying, "Oh man, he's too overrated." People, it's just too much hype behind that person. I'm just like, yo, can people just like make music, and can it be good or can it not be good? That's it.
I agree.
That's it. That's all you need to know. Is the music great or is the music not great? If the music's not great, I understand. We don't need to talk about whether something's overrated or underrated. Is the music good or not? That's it.
True.
Shit, man. Not only that, TDE just released uh, a marker board of projects that are coming out this year. Schoolboy Q dropping a new project. J Rock might be dropping a new project. Absol, SZA, Isaiah Rashad, two new members that remain nameless, and there might be a Black Hippie project. So You know, that I'm looking forward most definitely to Isaiah Rashad's follow up because Sylvia demo was really fucking dope. Most definitely, I'm looking forward to Schoolboy Q.
Isaiah Rashad is dope. Like that whole unit that they got down there, that's gonna be pretty hard to compete with because they just totally across the board are different, but all of them are tough. To me, they like I could only maybe compare them to like maybe the Locks or Wu Tang. You know what I mean? Nobody could definitely be those guys, but to embody that type of strength and to be a group and all of y'all dope. Nobody have done that in a while. I think maybe since like who, like Outkast or something like that with the Dungeon Family. You know, what I
Yeah,
mean? I have a whole core. Maybe the Rock.
I
Something
think
like
I think the Dungeon
that.
family seems very suitable because everybody's a very different level of MC. Like Schoolboy Q is not lyrical, but he got that.
Uh-huh.
He's super dope though. Like that's the thing about it. Uh, Absol's very lyrical. Sometimes I think he's better than Kendrick, but then again he has some missteps. Uh, J Rock is very underrated, like a motherfucker. Everybody thinks of him as like the last at the bottom of the totem pole, when I think he's the most, at least number three to
Shout out
me.
to the IndieGold post, man. I gotta shout out your podcast again because you know I'm live on Facebook while we doing your podcast, so I gotta big you up.
Yeah, thank you, man. Like, yo,
So thank you, and let's thank the viewers. Let's thank Josh Dodge in Springfield, Mass. Let's thank Cousin Glow. Let's thank Rachel Ace, you know, Central Penn affiliate.
oh shit,
Yeah, we got people from all over on.
oh fuck.
Yeah, we live, baby.
I really made this shit really public.
Come on, man. That's what we do. We make it bigger and better. You on the line with Cash and C. Bowers, Indie Gold Podcast.
Oh my god. Oh man. So pretty much, I'm looking, like I said, I'm looking forward to Schoolboy Q's next project, man. Like he hasn't been dropping nothing since Oxymoron. Not a lot of features. He just dropped a feature off of Anderson Paak and Game's new albums and shit. But I want some solo Q. I want to see what the hell he got. He got bubbling. Like I want to see what he got coming up next. So that's gonna be what I'm anticipating the most. The Schoolboy Q. Uh, Now there's a petition online about fans wanting Ice Cube to play Jonah Jameson in the Spider-Man movie reboot.
What do y'all think about Ice Cube playing Jonas Jameson in the new Spider-Man movie? Let me see your comments.
Shit, but no.
What do you think about it?
I think it would be funny as hell. I just showed my mother the 23 Jump Street scene,
Okay.
the 23 Jump Street scene, and when he fuck when what's his name? Told him that he was fucking his daughter. So I was just saying, like, you know what? Yeah, this shit would be perfect for him. I don't want to hear no bullshit from the comic book fans that shit on all the black people that play white people roles. You know how they go about it. You know how they shitting on Idris Elba for playing a Norse god. They shitting on the shit on Michael B. Jordan for playing Human Torch. But
Can I
then
be
again,
can I ask one question?
yeah,
Could we name a positive minority figure that did something that they didn't shit on? Can you name one?
no,
That's all. I just wanted you to clear that up for the viewers. You know what I mean? Anybody trying to do something positive and it's different, they'll be attacked. I remember when a friend of mine, my brother, my partner, Jerome Schuler, Jay Schuler, when I first was introducing his music and when we was doing Cold Cash ENT 5 years ago, nobody was with the flow because we sounded different because we was doing something different. But the style that he was dressing and everything that he was wearing is everything that everybody's doing today. So when you're ahead of your time or you're trying to dare to do something different, I for one feel that you're always going to be put down until they see the success.
shit, that's real shit, man.
I,
And
I, I think that'd be a great role for Ice Cube though, because he's now a veteran in acting and he's learned to capture the audience attention.
he's also got that scowl that evil look down pat. Like I
And,
think he can
and them
do it.
sharp ass eyebrows. Those help. Shout out to Ice Cube.
Yo, don't kill me. Yeah.
Did you know that J.K. Simmons won an Oscar? So that might be the reason really why they're going after Ice Cube, because he's gonna be looking for a hefty pay now that he has an Oscar.
No, well, from what I've heard that they actually casted
Shout out
him
to
for
cousin Freddie.
yo, and also they actually just casted him for Commissioner Gordon for the Justice League movie.
Word?
That's from what I've heard. That's from what I've heard.
Nice.
So that's why he's where he's at. So I'm moving on to the Sade Villain mixtape, that the EP that came out. Even though Doom been known for sampling Sade and his works from Operation Doomsday, a Portsmouth producer called Sean H2K11 made an 8-song EP mashup of MF Doom lyrics and Sade beats. And I'm just gonna tell y'all, go check that shit out. It's called Sade Villain.
Go
That
check
shit
it
is
out. Say it again. Say that again to all my viewers.
Sade Villain. Yo, if anybody who doesn't know, because now I know all of a sudden, this IndieGold podcast is live and people are actually looking at this shit. So anybody who listens to this shit on SoundCloud or fucking in iTunes, I feel so sorry for y'all that y'all weren't a part of this experience.
We live, baby.
Oh man, and on to some really depressing shit. Bankroll Fresh, a rapper out of Atlanta, was shot and killed this weekend. From what I've heard,
Make
they shot him 50 times.
can we I think honestly we all should just, pay some respect, and I like to just give my condolences to Bankroll Fresh, his family, his kids, and the whole Atlanta, because what's the difference between that being me or that being you? You know what I mean? We're in the music industry. We go to studios on the late night. We do things. Nobody deserves to die like a dog. And that's the thing we need to tackle. But definitely respect Bankroll Fresh and for the whole ATL movement, man. Live long.
Yes, yes, man. And this is my thing about the whole thing is just that it's just like Chinks, just like a couple other artists that come back to the hood, they they want to still like be a part of the hood and whatever, and they feel like I don't know, is it jealousy or is it not? From what I've heard, it came from an altercation.
Is it jealous?
A prior,
Is it?
I think no, I heard it came from an
I'm asking
altercation.
the viewers. No, I was asking my viewers, is it jealousy? Is it jealousy what keeps bringing this hatred and people keep getting killed? Is it?
And like I said, but when it also comes down to it, it's from what I've heard was that there was an altercation, a prior altercation, but like I said, no altercation don't deserve 50 gunshots. It don't warrant that. And I think like a lot of these people in the hood right now, they just kind of like no one like to fight no more. Everybody want to shoot people. And
Can, can I say one thing? Because a lot of people always address that and say, like, nobody wants to fight in the hood. It's not that. It's totally not that. Because, a lot of people do want to fight, but it's more of a sense of, why would I fight when if I fight and I beat this guy, he coming back with the gun anyway? So I might as well protect my livelihood and get him first. And I'm not saying that's the way I believe or that's the morals and principles that I live by, but a lot of people in my community, that's what they live by. And if you really study them and be around them, you have no choice but to embody what they go through and kind of rationalize with them, because they have no choice but to do that in order to survive.
yeah, it's true. Shit, man. But yo, we're gonna get into this music break, and then I'm
Music
gonna
break.
move it on. Yeah, we're gonna get into this new shit. All right, and now we're gonna get into the Jamal Molly Gaines story. Now, have you ever heard anything about the Jamal Gaines story?
I did follow the Jamal Gaines story briefly. For you viewers out there, Jamal Gaines is a young entrepreneur who had a clothing store in Irvington, New Jersey. He was a Rahway resident. He was only 21 years old, and he was tragically murdered in his clothing store. Now, police do not know of all the details yet, but for me, myself, somebody that's in music, for somebody that's doing the clothing line, it really touches home to me. You know what I mean? So anytime I see something like that, it's just like, wow. But it's just like what they say, you know, the good die young. And I've been around enough to keep seeing it's like, yo, it keeps happening. You know what I mean? The good ones, the good people. There's a bunch of effed up individuals that's just living and keep living forever. But respect to his family, man. And that's just it's so crazy that we have a good podcast and we're live and we have to address so many depressing and crazy topics. It shouldn't be so much depth. We should be talking about how this young man is being successful.
Exactly. Like, you know, if I knew something about the man, you know, being first and foremost, the man was 21 as a business owner, but at the beginning of it all, he was 18, had 500 pairs of shoes, and he invested in himself, and he became self-made. You know, it just fucking sucks. Like,
Live at the IndieGold podcast.
uh, yeah. All right. Yeah, I'm sorry. You kind of messing me up, man. You don't have to. You do not have to mention the podcast name 1,000 times.
My bad.
Yeah, we're just having a conversation, man. But
Now I was
yeah,
talking to my views.
yo, you do not have to talk to the viewers. Like, how are you talking to the viewers?
Cause I got my viewers live on Facebook. So you know I gotta keep my audience going too.
How are you doing that?
I'm Cash Stacks and that's how I do it. Shout out to Courtney. I see you. Mike Gibbs, 413, let's go.
Yeah, but on to the next story. You know, but you know what? I'm gonna finish up on the Molly Gaines story. It's pretty much like this. We don't know if the people who killed this man, that killed this young man, is black or white. So we're not gonna make these assumptions and say it was black people at all, because we don't know who it is. All we know is that there's somebody who lost their life, and but I know is if you know who has done what they've done,
Uh-huh.
I I feel like you need to go to the authorities, because I feel like a young man shouldn't have to lose his life for
Uh,
nothing.
See, yo, this is a very, very, very.
No, it's not. It's not tricky,
I'm
because at
telling
the
you,
end of the day,
this. Can I tell you the truth? This is a very touching topic. My own brother was murdered. Francisco Merced, my own brother. I go to his trial and everything, but I still can't. I'm not gonna lie, and you don't have to live that way. But I'm still not with that whole yo. If you seen something, go murder, go tell us something. Cause I'm saying this. I sat and watched. I watched my brother die. Right. The people that's charged with his killings, I'm watching them be sent through a justice system that is no justice. I mean, I'm looking at the jury, and it's a jury of your peers, but you're a male. 8 of the jurors are women. You know what I mean? Jury of your peers, you're African American male. There's only 2 African Americans on your jury. Like, if you with that, you with that. To each his own. I do
well,
believe in justice, though. I do believe in justice, and I do
I do
believe in
believe,
karma.
yeah, I do believe in justice, and I do believe in karma. But I feel as if like this, man, like a lot of people want to like do that street justice shit, but at the end of the day, you don't go to jail for what? You're gonna add to the prison population. You're gonna add to the industrial prison complex for what? Let let the cops do their job. Take care of these motherfuckers.
But
Take them off the street.
how can we let the cops do our job when the cops are the same ones beating and oppressing us, and we can't even trust the police system. Now let me correct that, Mr. Bowers, because I didn't want to sound like I was on some like, oh, if you're a productive citizen doing whatever you want to do, a 9 to 5, don't protect yourself and your family. No, I'm not saying that. But I'm
Yeah,
saying for those,
I'm just saying those are the people I'm actually talking to. I'm not talking about the people who are deeply embedded in the underworld of this shit. Like I know how the whole shit rolls,
yo,
but
my grandmother's a tax-paying citizen, and she grandma would never tell, and she a woman of God.
hmm.
I mean,
But yeah, man, like all I could tell you is like this is a very unfortunate situation. I want to like give my condolences to the family, and you know what? Don't let for all the young black entrepreneurs, don't let this deter you from wanting to follow your dreams and wanting to start your own businesses. I feel like this, man. I'm still a young black male, and I started my own business, and I feel happy with what I've done. And I mean, it may not be the most successful, but guess what? Like I feel as if like I tried something, and I feel more happier than I ever been in my life. And you need to achieve that happiness. So don't let motherfuckers situations like this scare you.
no, 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 no. You should never let fears defer you away from your dreams, especially if you're young, freak young black males. If you're a human being, period, and you have dreams, you should get out there and chase those. Like, I'm one of those that I don't let nobody delegate authority as far as how far my dreams could go. You know what I mean? If I want to, anything I want to do, I could do. Cause what people start forgetting is the powers inside you. Like, yo, if it's a car that you want, I guarantee you could go do what it takes to go get it. If there's a girl that you want, I bet you hop over fences, leave your girlfriend, roll under cars, do whatever you got to do to go get that female. So I believe people are in control of their destiny, and if you really want something, you could get it by any means. By any means.
And I agree with you. And I agree with you very much. And we're gonna get into this next subject. We're gonna talk about Apple versus the government. So from what is going on, pretty much February 16th, Tim Cook dropped this letter, pretty much saying that the FBI, the U.S. government, want customer data, which would pretty much be a huge security risk. And this whole thing is all about the San Bernardino terrorist attack that happened in December,
Yeah.
and the government wants to get those phone records of those two deceased suspects.
Mr.
But
Bowers, could you repeat that again about the sin? Repeat that about the attacks.
pretty much, this is the whole thing's about the San Bernardino terrorist attack that happened in December, and
Okay.
the government wants the phone records of the two deceased suspects. But doing this can weaken encryption, which can lead to Apple customers' data being unprotected. Now, to me, the government can get if the
Wow.
well now to me the government can get into our phones like Bill Cosby would be allegedly getting pussy. Yo, do you have like a headphones on? I'm hearing my voice
No,
on
there's
your
no
side.
headphones. I'm still live. Podcast going on the same way. Everybody viewing in, we on the podcast live. So listen up to my man C Bowers,
Yo,
IndieGold.
yo, I understand, but it's kind of messing up my audio. It's gonna like you can't do that.
You
All
hear
right.
it?
Yeah, I can still hear myself on your side. I don't want to hear myself on your side. That's the thing about it. Because that's going to mess up the audio when I have to edit.
Let me see what I could do. I could try to turn down the volume. That's better.
Um, let me see. Uh, Look, I think it's best you keep the headphones on, man. Like I'm just telling you. Like that's why I keep the audio. That's for the reason, and I can hear myself. See, that's I don't need to hear myself.
Hello? You can hear? Hello? 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 Take it too much. Hello?
Yo, Cash.
Yeah, I was trying to get that fixed for you, but it went out.
Yo, yo, we gonna go straight to the interview because this is not working out the way I thought it was. Because damn, like it's fuck.
You hear it now? I got the
Yeah.
headphones
No,
in.
no, no, no. We good. Is that I think we're gonna skip straight to the interview, and we're gonna make this a conversation between me and you. We're not gonna talk about any of these topics. We're gonna go straight to talking about you, and we're gonna leave it there. And I'm gonna talk with my host, my co-host, because I'm really in like on an island that's not really working right now. So I'm gonna do the interview with you. Is that all right?
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
All right. Well, yo, we on the IndieGold podcast, and we're gonna like get into this interview with the homie Cass Stackson. You know, like I said, one of the most positive individuals in the world right now. He's gonna be the host of the new house party from Break a Leg. Now,
Shout out to Cosign.
yo, yo. Now, what? Now, how'd you get into that? Like, how'd you get the hosting gig on that one?
I would just have to say that's a blessing from the man upstairs, the good old Frank White and Cosign. You know what I mean? I was just asked and I was honored and I stepped up and accepted the challenge.
I think you know what? Just because when I saw like you was gonna host it, I was like, yo, this shit is gonna be fucking wild. Like when I saw the when I was at the For Love and Hip Hop showcase, you had this energy that I've never seen in a New Jersey artist ever. Like
Thank, thank you, man. I appreciate that.
like you gave a performance that I had to think about going home and being like, yo, this nigga lost his fucking mind on stage. Where did this fucking Jordan tattoo come from on his chest? Like all this shit. Like yo, like I'm like, god damn. I was like, yo, this dude just took his shirt off, started walking on tables, jumping over to the next table. I was like, whoa, my nigga. This nigga is like thinking he in a motherfucking mosh pit right now. There's too many good looking women out in the damn crowd right now. Scaring everybody. But yo, like the energy was wow. Like, where does this all come from?
The energy, man. Once again, I would have to say God. And you know, all the musicians that came before me, you know, Muddy Waters, all of them. James Brown, Michael Jackson, you know, KRS-One, Jay-Z, Rakim, Nas, like all of that good embodiment. When you see Cash Stackson and when you come to a Cash Stackson performance, That's what you're getting. You're
Now,
getting the realest performance you could ever get.
now, do you ever like feel as if like now you so call it just a stage performance? Have you ever tried to just make a cast action stage show? Like, you're only gonna get like a little bit 10 minutes on stage. Now, if you was granted it with like 20, 25, 30 minutes, have you ever developed yourself a stage show that could you know make people come and be like, wow,
You're
I'll come and see this nigga live again.
you're
Like,
asking me. Oh, you're asking me, could I entertain people for 20 to 30 minutes in
like
a
having, yeah,
atmosphere?
yeah.
I definitely could orchestrate that, but all I would need is some oxygen. The rest is on me. Give me oxygen, and I'm gonna rip it. Anybody that comes to the show know that when you see Cash Stackson out there, I'm putting it all out there. You know what I mean? I might jump on the table. Some people come out to see me to see, honestly, is he gonna bust his ass? All of these jumps he be doing.
Yo, I'm not gonna lie. I thought you was gonna like at least break your tailbone once. Like I was just like, yo, like,
They always expect me to fall. That's why they come to my shows. They expect me when they see me doing something great. Cause I just hit I want to say like a 4.5 foot jump off stage when I was in Newark at Rio. We shut that down. Shout out to Newark. You know what I
yeah.
mean? Shout out to my mother. But just the when you come to a Cash Stackson show, I want you to leave mesmerized. I want you to know that you came to see one of the best entertainers in the world. And that is no joke. Like, you can say whatever you want, but if you see me live, there's no way you can deny the energy and the compassion I put in. You can see the sweat. You can see the tears. You can see me gasping for breath. Ladies, you can also see the sexiness, because that's there too. They love to gasp.
Yeah, yeah, man. Like, now let's get into a little bit of a background. Like, where you originally come from, and what got you here?
Where did I come from and what got me this far in my career? Honestly, a lot of prayer, a strong family, and an even stronger team of supporters. You know, I'm big on foundation. And
Yeah.
where I come from, I was born and raised in Jersey City, New Jersey, from ages 1 through 8. Then I moved to Springfield, Massachusetts from age 8 to 16. Then I came back to Jersey. You know, I continued my education and went to college in Pennsylvania, Enola, Pennsylvania, Harrisburg, Pennsylvania,
Oh, word.
Evansburg, Pennsylvania. And I actually blew up in the 814. Anybody that's watching this right now, anybody that's listening, shout out to the whole Pennsylvania, the 814, man. They started my career. They listened to the music. They brought the CDs. They supported the clothing line before anybody ever knew Cash Stackson. Pennsylvania knew of Cash Stackson.
And what what was the day where how what made you want to just rap or entertain? Like where did that whole thing start? Like,
With the whole entertainment thing, if you scroll down my wall, and if you know anybody that know me, it was born into me. Like, this entertaining people, this is not Cash Stackson, is just me all day 24/7. Like, I don't need to be coached. There's no manager. There's no improvs. You see how we doing this interview? This is
yeah,
the same way I live my life. You know, principles, truth, honor. You know what I mean? Like, I started with a lot of things with just the basic foundation. You know what I mean? Respect your parents. You know what I mean? Respect the people around you. You know what I mean? Take the short end of the stick and stretch it. Like, anybody that my whole team already know how we go. It was never really ever about I. It was always about we. And you know, that's why I'm still living today, and that's why my name is good. I could I'm not saying I'm no prophet or anything like that, but anywhere I go, I've been safe and I leave a good remark on people. People like dealing with cash. I don't know, is it because of the cash or is it just because of cash? But people love Cash Stackson.
Word. And you know what? Like I don't see why they can't, why they
Yo,
wouldn't. I don't see why they wouldn't. Like it makes no sense. You come off as a very positive individual, and I really want to know where does the positivity come from, man. Like a lot of people have had at least a one negative part of their life, but you're very positive.
no, no, I've had negative parts in my life now. Let's please not start lying to the audience. I would never want to lie to my audience. If you thinking there's no flaws and there's no nastiness or no disgust or no negative, I've been through the negative. You know what I mean? I don't like going to that part of my life because you know what I mean. I'm constantly always battled with going back to that life. So I don't like to bring it up, but for you on this show because it's live, I'll open up and I'll say that, you know what I mean? I've did negative far as in the underworld doing things, far as, soliciting things for a profit, but far as me ever robbing, rape, stealing, none of that. It's never been done. You know what I mean? But when I'm talking about get it for the low, I'm the man with them peas, or I'm talking this stuff, that was a life that I've lived. It's not a life that I'm living, it's a life that I've lived. But anybody that knows me, or not even, a lot of stuff is of public records. Like, type in the information and Google. See if it happens. Google Altoona, PA. Google these places. And, if I was in some trouble or the negative things happen, you can't lie. You can't run from your past or your history. So yes, I've been through the fire, but I've swum through the flood. I don't want to deal with any more of that. You know what I mean? That's a hard life, brother. When I tell you I've sacrificed time and love and lived on the highway for years, you know what I mean? And risked my life and, nigga, just going past the dogs on a Greyhound and you getting the bubbles in your stomach and, you walking right past them and your heart racing and until you get on that bus, it's like a sign of relief, man. I don't know if I'm gonna make it. And even when you on the bus and you transporting, you doing things, it's always that. What if it goes wrong? And I don't think a lot of people talk about that side. Yeah, it was plenty of times with money where the whole crew could go here, there, state to state, stay at hotels, women, whatever. But let's tell how much pain we had to go through. Let's tell how shit went from 0 to 100 real quick to where the highest of highs to where my brother Ahmed Brookins was facing a federal case and got caught in the airport to where I was locked up facing two different cases, not two charges, a ton of charges, but two different cases, and still had the power and the strength to arise without breaking the codes, without doing anything wrong. You just got to believe in yourself and stop being scared to fight the good fight. But yes, I've did negative, but I don't want to ever have to be part of that again. Not saying that I'm not part of that and I don't have to accept my responsibilities, because I love the hood. I love the hood. I love everything about it. I love the smell of the street. I love the music. I even love the broken glass. I love it because the hood is the rawest form of energy and essence, and that's what comes out of my music and my life. The raw energy of the hood, the passion, but the whole hood. Because there's people in the hood that work. There's people in the hood that own businesses. Not everybody in the hood just sell drugs. Not everybody in the hood is just a killer. You know what I mean? And they
I
never
know.
show us the full, well-rounded true African kings. They never show that because everybody I know been silenced. Every political leader that I respect and lived up to has been silenced. They either assassinate your character or they assassinate you literally.
And that's true, man. I feel like this, man. Not, I don't mean like it's like negative or positive about you. I mean like you're a very humble individual. Like
But
very humble, very easy to approach. you know, you accept people very, very calmly. You know, your energy is so crazy. You know, but
Thank you. Thank
it's always positive. You're a very humble individual,
thank you.
and I'm gonna tell you this right now, Leo. Like, don't let that performance shit fool you, man. Like, Cass Jackson's a very humble man, and he's a very cool person. Like, why I actually had a talk with him, you know, the first time we met. You
Yes, sir.
know, it was a very like I said, I gotta get used to people calling me Mr. Bowers or Mr.
I,
B, whatever the fuck. I
can I
gotta get used to it.
can I apologize for that? I
No,
apologize if I
no,
come off too respectful. It's just the way I was raised. You know what I mean? It wasn't, we met on business terms and I always, Mr. Bowers, you know what I mean? But I never meant to do it in a way like, oh, Mr. Bowers. But you the man. Thank you, Mom. Love you.
shit, man. But yeah, it's just like I gotta get used to it. Like, you know,
Yo,
I'm
C,
getting.
can I call you C?
You call me C. Like I
I'm I'm
say, like
I'm
Mr.
cool.
B is
I'm
cool.
good with that. I'm good with C, man. Cause now you let me know that we have a personal relationship, that
Oh,
we're
most
friends.
definitely.
You know what I mean? That we're comrades. So I will
Exactly.
address you how you like to be addressed.
Yeah, man. Like I said, I'm like I gotta get used to it because me calling myself by my own moniker is kind of scary. But
Mr. Bowers make you sound official.
and yeah, the Mr. B thing is really cool, man. I leave it at the Mr. B thing. I did do it when I tried to do directing videos and shit like that, and it didn't go so well. Or when I do like I make the graphics for you know certain covers and shit like that. Like that's the name that I call it by because Charles Bowers is kind of fucking long, so I go by Mr. B because you
These
know
hats are exclusively on sale.
yeah, man. But yo, man. So what are your brands that you're currently are? You're also you don't only just do rap. You also have your own clothing brand as well. I know, right?
I would I do have parts of a clothing line, but I cannot say it's mine. It's my brother Frankie's, Francisco Massad, Frank White the Don. Today was the first day of his trial. If it wasn't for Frankie, there would be no clothing line. You know what I mean? A lot of things. So I can't say it's mine, but yes, I'm one of the ambassadors of it that keep the live long clothing going for
Okay.
Frank White, and I keep it going for our mom, Josephine Melendez, and I keep it going for every person that wakes up and wants something more out of life. Because at the end of the day, that's what Live Long Frank White clothing stands for. It's Live Long clothing, but it's inspired by Frank White. Because doesn't everybody deserve to live long?
Yeah, that's true.
You know what I mean? This is Live Long clothing is something different, Mr. Bowers. Anybody, I could easily sell the tight clothing, or I could easily sell clothing that doesn't make a statement, or I could easily just sell things for a profit. But with Live Long clothing, I am embodying the social, economic problems and the poverty and everything. It's like, how can I be saying I'm for my people, but I'm selling clothing and I'm selling materials at a price that they can't really afford? Or I'm selling it at a 400, 500% markup, which I'm not knocking anybody business, but I'm just saying, honestly, I can't do that because I have morals. Re-up.
But
Everybody
yeah,
don't do that.
but now we're coming up to this event coming up, the house party event, man, and
Everybody come out to that house party Friday, March
Cafe,
18th.
Cafe Soul.
Cafe Soul, baby, is live. Hosted by
Yeah.
Cash Jackson.
Uh-huh. And it's gonna be lit to the motherfucker, yo. Wear your best 80s clothing, you know.
Uh-huh. House party,
I
80s style. It's gonna be dope.
Yes, sir, man. Cash Jackson performing and
Oh,
everybody
I don't know if I'm performing. They asked me to host, but if they let me perform, I'm gonna
look,
drop
man. Look,
loop.
man, look, man, hosting is performing for you.
Yo, I'm gonna tell everybody, I'm just happy to be here. I remember when they didn't used to let us nowhere. Like, just for me and my whole team. Shout out to Grimy White Boys Inc. Shout out to Brian, Frank, Tony, Gavin, Point and Click Media. Shout out to Cosign. Shout out to everybody. If it wasn't for us working together collectively, I don't think we would have the impact that we have now.
Yeah, man. Like I said, I love what everybody's doing. I've been a big fan of Mr. Moo and Point and Click been doing, and I'm glad that y'all are part of. Wait a second, Caesar,
Don't call it a comeback. I've been
Caesar.
here for years.
Did I just tell you not to
Oh,
come in?
Steve just hopped on the line. We live.
Oh,
I didn't read that part.
you didn't. Now this whole thing got fucked up again. Thanks a lot, nigga. No.
Hey, listen, give me some credit. I fought to get here, man.
Yeah, IndieGold Live podcast. Everybody.
Oh man, yo.
Like I know y'all worried about me and everything. They all sending me messages. Everybody. Mr. B's a good friend. He's over there sending me messages along with True Lex, telling me, yo, if you don't feel good, go to the hospital, blah blah blah. And I appreciate that. So just shout out. I got a dope team. Shout out.
Word up, yo. And we're gonna let the homie Cash plug in some things going on with his career and what we got going on right now. So let's go ahead, Cash.
All right, right now with the career, I'm actually working on a television series called Hustle. It's something that me and my brother Jay Schuler, well, let me say my brother and I, my mom's a teacher. She wouldn't like me using broken English. So, it's a TV series called Hustle, and it's gonna connect the ways that we all are very diverse because, living in Jersey City, there's so many different cultures, but at the end of the day, whether legal or illegal, we all have a hustle. So I want to connect those disconnected social paradigms and bring it to the rawest form.
Yeah.
I would like to use a lot of our own actors, a lot of people that's from Jersey City, live in Jersey City, and really want to be part of something.
Shit, man, I ain't no actor. No, I'm just playing, man. But tell me about it when it starts being worked on, man. Tell us about it, man. Like, we like to have y'all. We would love to have you and your producer back, so y'all can talk more about the film, more about the project.
That's definitely. We will be back on this IndieGold Live podcast to talk about the television/web series Hustle. That's by Cash Stackson and Jerome Schuler. We've been working on this. We're trying to push to have the script done by July so we could get all the actors and everyone in place. But, it's definitely coming. And it's definitely going to be gritty, and it's going to be all of everything. Also, please make sure you go out and cop that Jay Schuler Mosh Pit track. If you didn't see the video, I would like y'all to go check that out. Jay Schuler, Cold Cash, Skate Tribe, that's family. Like, if you like Cash Schuler, you've seen nothing yet. When you see Jerome R. Schuler Jr., Jay Schuler, when you see him, y'all gonna forget about me. That's why right now I'm just using all of this. You know what I mean? While y'all like me right now, I'm happy. Because soon as y'all see Jerome Schuler, y'all gonna push me to the side. Because that boy talented. That boy good. He good. That boy good.
Yeah, man. I want to thank everybody for tuning into IndieGold Podcast. I want to thank also for Cash Jackson for coming through.
Yes, yeah. I would like to thank you. I would like to thank Cosign. You know what I mean? And I would like to just give me like 1 or 2 minutes to just address a couple notes that I had overpassed that I forgot that I would like you to talk about. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah, let's go ahead.
We got an election coming up, people. Everybody that's listening, everybody that's watching, we have an election coming up. And you need to put the right representatives in place. I'm not one of those pushing, telling you who to vote for, none of that. But I'm saying this. It's up to you to make the change. I don't want to hear about that. Get out there and go do your part, man. People died for us to have the right to vote. Go out there and make your part happen.
And I approve that message. Like I said, do you want to see Donald Trump get in the fucking office? I don't want to fucking
For
see that
me,
man.
would I like to
No,
see
no,
Donald
no,
Trump?
no, no, not you. I'm just saying. I'm just asking the viewers. I'm
Uh,
just saying. Do you want to see Donald Trump get in the office? I don't want to see that man get in the
I would
office.
like any candidate that's going to do the right thing. I have yet to see that happen, but I am a firm believer, because we live in this great land of the United States of America, that we will have a great president that is, if not is even better as our president, current president. Let's please give a shout out to Mr. Barack Obama.
And there you have it, people.
And make sure, people, if you're not paying attention, get out there. All of my viewers, I would like them to check out Executive Order 13603. That's Executive Order 1360. It ties back with something that Obama signed, making slavery legal. You need to go look that up.
Okay.
Go look that up.
Okay. Damn. Now, Caesar, you there still? No, you're not? Oh, thank God. No, because you're going to really entertain that, and I don't want to entertain that.
Why? Because also, what about Executive Order 11101? JFK,
God.
referring to our money being backed by natural resources. What about that? You know what I mean? These people never talk about the real topics. When I get an opportunity and a platform, I would like to inspire and to inform all of my viewers about what's going on, other than what's on MTV, BET, VH1, and that's not downgrading nor knocking any of them. But I would just like to bring y'all to some other topics that's going on. You got to check out your executive orders, because that's the things that pass now but will affect us later. This is a different time period, because a lot of y'all so focused on materials and fashions and things, but you know how everybody worry about gun violence and stuff like that? What about the fact that they killed Michael Jackson with a laser? Nobody talk about that, right, see?
Yeah, you're right.
But yo, I just, man, people wake up, man. It's not about education. It's about information. Be informative. Go study the education yourself. Go look it up and ask questions. You know what I mean? Know that we are the true people of this land. Know the power that we possess inside of us. I know I might piss a lot of viewers off and stuff like that, because nobody want to hear anything positive, or nobody want to hear about what's going on in our community or about our economics, anything. But I'll tell you this, none of y'all want to hear Cash Stackson right now on this podcast talking something positive. But the moment that it hits your home, the moment that your son is arrested, or beat, or brutalized by the police, then you want somebody to speak about it. The moment that your son and or daughter is hurt or touched the wrong way, then you want to address it. No, before those problem people, let's start informing ourselves, protecting ourselves, and addressing these situations. Stop waiting on a handout. Please, do for self.
And you're exactly right. And there we have it, man. This is episode 11 of the IndieGold podcast. I'd like to thank Cash Stackson for being the guest on this show.
Oh, thank you, sir. You could, anybody that would like to add me, you could add me at Cash Stackson1 Instagram or Cash Stackson Facebook.
Word up, yo. And we will be back next week.
Thank you, Mr. Bowers, man. I love all the people of this world, everybody in the whole universe. I just hope all of y'all have a peaceful and a blessed night, and I hope all of y'all are encouraged to live your dreams and be different. No matter what you are, don't let nobody tell you that you can't be what you want to be. No matter what, don't let them oppress you. Love y'all people.
Word up.